Welcome to the non-Greg Sterlace show. I am your host, the Pamazon. Yes, except only the substitutes. We have the darling Leo here. Who's like, please don't put me on camera. And here's the co-host. We have some co-hosts.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hello, co-hosts. The co-hosts are the Green Schwinn. And we have musical guests.
Oh, hi, Danimal.
Hey,
Dynamo Cannon.
I'm drinking beer.
Yeah.
You guys drinking beer?
And there's a cat here. It's great.
It's great. Drinking beer with cats.
Best interview ever.
It's wonderful, right?
Yeah.
It's so relaxing.
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar. Wunderbar. Guten Tag. So this thing on the floor here, does this thing loop? This AK, is it
Oh, this is the Fractal
What is it?
AX8.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So this costs a lot of money. It
How
can loop.
Ooh. Oh, it can loop. Okay.
This, I'm just gonna.
Pick it up and show
we're
the
just
world. Oh, okay.
No. Oh, wait, which direction?
There you go.
Look at this thing.
That does look
It's a
very
thing.
nice.
This is where all my guitar stuff comes out of.
Okay.
This is an amplifier simulator.
Okay.
And it can, it's actually commonly known as the Axe Effects.
Oh, okay.
Which is the sort of the top of the line amplifier simulator that exists. And so I can do any one of like 50 or 60 amps that exist in the world, emulate them, and emulate any speaker cabinet that exists, or like 100 pedals.
Oh, cool.
That can also be emulated in that. And it's scarily accurate. The amount of parameters that I can adjust in this, like I can change this from like American power to European power.
Oh, that makes a difference?
Right?
Yeah.
Like, why would that make a difference? I don't know.
Yeah.
And like, there's all these like switches that I flip.
Thank you.
I flip all these switches, and I'm like,
Thank you,
is
Dudley.
this
I'm sorry, I was
making a
squishing
difference?
you a little.
I can't tell. I
Yeah,
don't know.
right. Yeah.
It's all right. We're all
I can swap out the tubes in every amp simulator. Like it's emulating all the transformers and all the crazy things like that. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And I love it, and I can use this to record music or play live.
How much does it cost? should we
This
ask?
particular one, I think, is like $1,300.
Oh, ow. That's bad.
But it has slightly less processing power, which means I can't make
Okay.
as much of a complicated setup.
All right.
Like I can't put like 20 pedals there or something.
Okay.
But I have the home version as well, which I think is around 2,000.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I am so cheap when I buy the cheapest shit. I love it.
Yeah,
And
I
I
know
love
That's
it.
okay. That's okay. At some
Nice.
point, like, I play some difficult guitar sections,
We noticed.
and
Ooh, I have
at some
more
point
questions
you
about that
gotta
too.
you gotta start pimping your ride a little.
My ride's
Oh,
pimped.
Did you ever have a Game Boy themed toilet? I just like to make a plug here. You gotta call our friend Janky Painting if you ever need a Game Boy themed toilet. He's selling one of his toilets for 10 grand right now, and
What?
it comes with a Ford Aerostar.
Is it a Game Boy toilet?
Yeah, it's a toilet. It's not a Game Boy toilet. It's actually a Prince themed toilet. But if you want a Game Boy toilet, he does it.
That's not even close.
I just think he means he does commissions.
Oh, commission toilet.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
Well, I'm probably going to spend my money on more guitar gear because, that happens.
I
Yeah.
just want to make a
It's
shout
another
out just in
option.
case you want
But
it for
toilet,
Janky
actually-
Painting.
If we're going to switch to toilets for a second,
Yes.
I just invested in a bidet attachment
Oh.
for my toilet.
Ooh.
I went and played in
Nice.
Tokyo a couple times.
That's so
and
cool.
they've
How
got these
cool.
like automated toilets where like you can spray your butthole and
Keeps you
like
fresh.
choose the temperature of the spray and the speed and like the
I
power
heard
on
they
it.
call them like princess toilets, right? Because like when the princesses used to want to go when they were taking a shit, they didn't want people to hear it, so they would. I heard they would splash water, so this can't like a noise cancer or something.
No. So that's it. It has a running water sound effect that it'll play in public
In
toilets,
case you got
Nice.
itis.
so that people don't hear you pooping.
Nice.
Which is amazing. Hands great. But anyway, so I got this bidet attachment for my toilet, and I managed to
Fancy.
flood my basement a little bit because it turns out I'm bad at plumbing.
Oh.
But don't worry about that.
Okay.
But I gotta say, once you go, you don't go back.
Oh,
I
wow.
would do that because like toilets are cool. There's gonna be a great.
Well, you
Schmidt
use them
toilet. You
all
should
the
get a Danimal
time.
toilet, man.
I mean, when you clean your counter, you just don't take like a paper towel like that without
Yeah,
any
right.
cleaning solution. So why not power wash your butt?
Yeah, that's a good point.
When I was a kid, my friend had a bidet in her bathroom, and it was very confusing to me. I was like, "What
My
is
mom
happening?"
got confused by it when she said she went down to Brazil. She said she didn't know what it was. She thought it was some kind of sink. And, I don't know what
water
happened.
is so
It
tasty.
is very nice, just like the red soup at McDonald's.
What I will say, it's surprising at first, but then after like
No, it
two
makes
tries,
sense.
you're
Yeah, it
like,
does make
you're
sense.
like, okay, I'm cool. I
Especially
got
to
this.
ladies who have more things
Yeah, that
getting
definitely
dirty.
makes sense.
If you know what I'm saying, ladies, you know. What I'm
ケツの
saying.
穴が綺麗だよ。
The ladies know.
The ladies know.
The ladies.
When
know
I
the
was
use
in
of the
when I was
bidet.
in Minsk, and I was in the airport, and I went to go in the bathroom, and I walked in, and everybody's just standing there, and there's like this one elevated thing that you get up and squat on and go in, but there's no walls or anything, and everybody's just like, "Oh yeah, come on," and I was like, I've got the itis. I'm sorry.
So I just have any musical-based questions. As much as I
do.
enjoy this topic.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the questions I have. Like, so like I was watching you do the tap in, right? So I do some of the tap in, but I really have to like, I really have to be like, bam, 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 like really hard. I have to do it real hard. What am I doing wrong? Like, do I need lighter strings, heavier strings, different pickups?
There's
What
a
am I
couple
doing
things.
wrong?
So, some of it is strength-based.
Okay.
However, distortion or a compressor, a distortion does sort
Okay.
of the same thing.
Yes.
where
Yeah.
It makes your quiet parts, loud.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
more even sounding. So, especially on like a clean guitar,
Mhm.
your compressor, that's where it really shines.
Okay.
Is that sort of stuff that requires a little bit of a finer touch.
Yeah.
You get that sort of like more even sound to it. And so when you do the tapping, it all sounds like you're just playing it with a pick,
Yeah.
And-
Okay.
but some of it is techniques based.
Okay, so I did put distortion on some stuff. I used to have a compressor and I got rid of it because I didn't like the noise when you hit it on to do the tapping. I didn't.
It works really well on a clean tone.
Okay.
Like compressor specifically
Okay.
on clean stuff.
Right. Yeah.
And what's cool about my X effects is I can create this clean preset that already has all the pedals and all the things that I would already want. So I have
Right.
like a little bit of reverb, a compressor already on there. And that's some of the beauty of this amplifier simulator.
yeah. Do you have a high output pickups on your guitar?
No, I don't.
You don't. Okay.
That's a custom guitar. Let's see if I can get it real quick.
Grab that guitar.
This is my custom guitar. Here, I can bring it close to the camera. We'll go to this one. There we go. See, it says Danimal Cannon 2.
Oh, sweet.
There we go.
Sweet.
Because that's my
The
custom
Danimal
one.
Cannon Part 2.
Who made it?
Yeah. This company called Carvin.
Nice.
Oh, I know
They're
Carvin,
called
yeah.
Kiesel now.
Okay.
But I play left-handed, which you may have noticed.
Oh, I didn't.
Yes.
I
And
actually
it's
didn't notice.
Difficult to, like, especially when I started playing at a higher level, it was difficult for me to find a consumer guitar that was left-handed and had all the features that I wanted.
Okay.
And at some point, you start investing in your craft. And
Sure.
I got expensive
Yeah.
amplifier simulators and expensive guitars because I was being held back by my tools.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, that. That makes sense. I mean, I'm what?
Pam's guitar
Was
cost $3.
it did?
But no, that's totally
Doesn't.
valid though. Like you don't need a $1,200 guitar to,
It's a great guitar. It
to
really
make
is.
Which guitar? is
awesome
it?
music.
It's a Harmony Bobcat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it
I
has
haven't heard of Harmony.
You what?
I
Oh
haven't.
my
Showed me some
gosh!
super cool
Sorry.
harmonies. They're like vintage
I'm gonna
guitars.
throw
very
Dudley
nice.
at you. Dudley's gonna.
Is it vintage guitars?
It is a
Yeah,
vintage
yeah.
guitar. They have like the microphonic pickups, so they're kind of like little microphones, and you can hit the guitar and stuff, and it'll pick up your body sounds.
That's
it's very
cool.
cool. Yes.
It allows you to be expressive in different ways.
Absolutely, and very I mean, I do tap on it. I had a Fender with Texas Hots. I think that's the right name. They were high output
Texas
pickups.
Hots, like the
Pickups.
The Wieners.
the wieners.
I think
it's-
I was
the
thinking of the
wieners.
wieners.
They didn't work at all. I don't know what I was doing wrong. They started to smell after a few days. It was terrible.
What's
So I used to use that, but I don't anymore. Yeah, I know.
I just wanna ask, what's the
No.
best show you ever played?
The best show?
Yeah, what's the best show?
Oh man.
The best show. Or up there. What's up there?
There's a couple really good shows. I played a show at this festival called the Music and Gaming Festival
Nice.
that I actually have a new video coming out that's all footage from that.
Oh, cool.
It's coming out in November.
Ooh, I know what we should ask.
Yeah.
Where can
And-
people find these things? About
Well,
you?
it'll be on the YouTubes.
Which is?
You just search for Danimal Cannon. But
Okay.
this won't be out till November. I don't know when this will air.
Okay.
But I did a cover
Couple
of the
weeks.
song Subdivisions by Rush.
Oh, okay.
And it's a live footage video of that. And I think it turned out pretty cool. There's so that's one of the coolest shows. I played the show in Tokyo. That was like the best thing ever.
That's already cool.
Yeah,
Yeah. But in Tokyo, like, especially guitar shredders and stuff like that, like they love video games and they love guitar shredding. Like that's their thing. So I was just like
That's cool.
in
Yeah.
this perfect
Cool.
cross section
Right.
of Japanese society. I think there was just something else to like just being in Tokyo.
That helps.
There was also just like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah.
It's weird that Japan's such a mix of like, it's so futuristic and like all about that technology, but then they're so traditional at the same time in a lot of ways. It's just such a weird clash of ideals.
It's really cool. They, especially the architecture, they sort of update and integrate everything in a really interesting way.
Oh, cool. Did you
Yeah.
go anywhere outside Tokyo? Or
I
were you just-
didn't because I don't speak Japanese, and if
Oh.
you go outside Tokyo, you want to speak Japanese. However, in Tokyo, you don't need to speak Japanese,
really?
which is amazing. Everything is
that's
in
good.
English too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, like, don't get me wrong, it helps if you speak Japanese. but,
Kawaii.
Yeah, and he speaks
Nailed it.
Japanese.
that's all you need to know is that
What?
word. Yeah.
Thank you, Dudley.
Mr. Roboto. No,
Yeah.
that's in very poor
boy,
taste.
I knew
What?
some.
Wow.
What are some of the guitarists you are influenced by?
Oh, crap,
Oh,
I can't remember
there's
any
this
of the few
guy named
Japanese
Guthrie
phrases. I know.
Govan.
You
Oh,
know
I know
Japanese?
what you're talking about.
Oh,
man.
he's
I
the
know a few
best.
phrases.
He's
How-
in the aristocrats and stuff.
Yeah. And
So good.
he's so expressive and so good. I love him. There's this guy named Greg Howe that does a lot of tapping stuff that I was
Okay.
that was influenced
Greg
by
Howe.
a while back. Although I don't listen to him very much. Trying to think. There's this guy who I'm being influenced a lot by now in terms of production and making music, named Mick Gordon, and he
Okay.
did the soundtrack for the new Doom game that came out, and it's amazing. And I
Nice,
can't stop
nice.
listening to it. Like it's better than like any metal CD that I've listened to in the last couple of years.
What's your favorite metal bands?
My favorite metal band. Hold on, let me look this up real quick on my
'Cause I want
phone.
to know, 'cause, like,
Hold on. Oh, there's Guthrie Govan. No,
Erotic cakes.
it's
Dan.
I really like this band called Leprous. I've been listening to them.
Okay.
There's a band called Hawken that I just have been into lately, and they're this prog band I think from England,
nice.
and they're like everything that I kind of wish Dream Theater was.
That's really cool.
That's
yeah,
a-
yeah, because
that's a
Dream
great
Theater does a lot
yeah,
of stuff where I'm like,
Uh,
but
that's
everything
cheesy.
Hawken does,
That's
I'm
what
like,
Dream
oh, this is
Theater,
amazing.
sadly.
Haken.
Yeah.
How can I
Dream
spell
Theater's-
Haken?
They're very cheesy.
H-A-K-E-N.
Does it got one of those cool things above the A, like dots and shit?
I wish.
Umlaut.
They're not that cool.
Umlaut. Thank you,
Umlaut,
Dudley.
Yeah. It does not have
Umlauts
that.
on
The Haken.
every
Yeah.
letter.
They're amazing, though.
Yes.
I've been
Even
listening to
the
them nonstop the
consonants.
past couple weeks.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's going a little far, Dudley.
Dudley, me and you should go.
There's
like,
a cat and
we
a
should go
duck.
hang out.
Yeah.
sometime. Let's go play some mini golf, Dudley.
All right. so
I'm not
do you-
sure how Dudley feels about mini golf.
Do you guys want me to play
Let's
some
go
more
to
tunes? or-
Ricky Dink.
More tunes?
Yeah, more tunes.
tunes?
Yeah,
Yeah, I could play some
absolutely.
more tunes.
Animal,
All right.
animal magic.
Yes.
Animal.
Stop.
Some Danimal Cannon magic.
Yo, this show is awesome because there's a cat. There's a dog over there. You guys can't see the dog, but there's a dog hanging out over here. It's great.
Yeah, anywhere with a dog or like a cat. That's just
Plus, we had some mighty fine wings and pizza.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, clap.
Yo, what's up? It's Danimal Cannon. I do Game Boy tunes. See these Game Boys. We're gonna just run through some stuff. This track's called Chronos. All right, I'm going to jump right in here. This track is from a game called Proton Pulse. This is called something. I can't remember what it's called. Thank you. Yay. Yay. Yeah. I got one more. You can hear that, but the world can't hear that. Okay, so I got one more. This track is from a game. Well, it's from my album, but it's going to be used in a game called Just Shapes and Beats. I tried to write a party tune, so we're going to end with this. This is called Long Live the New Fresh. Yay. So did that end before I finished? So I have this track I made called Party Bolt, and it's called Party Bolt because I wrote the word party, and then one of the characters you can use on a Game Boy to name your track is a lightning bolt, so I obviously used the lightning bolt. So this is called Party Bolt. Oh no, I muted everything. There we go. Now let's do it.